Hi everyone, Tom Brodie here, the Found Money Guy. I help companies grow their business by finding money in places they never even knew to look. One of the easiest ways to find money for your business is to pay less in taxes. In this video, I'm going to explain what cost segregation is and how, as a commercial property owner, you can benefit from it. If you've never heard of cost segregation, please watch this video because it could save you thousands of dollars and maybe even more in reduced income taxes. Later in this video, I'll actually run through a simplified example to show you the power of cost segregation, but first, let me explain what cost segregation is. Cost segregation is the reclassification of segments of real property, your building, into personal property for depreciation purposes. Now, this is more than just adding up your equipment, furniture, and floor coverings. You actually need to get into your blueprints, drawings, and electrical plans, as well as identifying any fees you paid in the construction of your building. All of these things can be segregated into the personal property category. Where this is particularly important is for medical facilities because they have an untold amount of specialized cabinetry and countertops, dedicated electrical and plumbing works. All of those things can be classified as personal property. The importance of classifying them personal property is that personal property is depreciated more rapidly than straight line building. Straight line building is depreciated over 39 years, where personal property can depreciate it in one of three buckets, 5, 7, or 15 years. Now, this personal property can also include any past renovations you've made on your building. And all of those things, if you haven't been recording them correctly, the IRS will allow you to enter a catch-up entry and record this misdepreciation in the current tax year. Now, all this sounds great, but let's actually run through an example so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's take, for example, a building, general purpose building that was purchased in 2013 for $3.9 million. The business owner that operates in that building decided to do a cost segregation study in 2018, which is 5 years later. Now, that cost segregation study identified a little over $1.1 million in depreciation that should have been recorded, but because the business owner was using straight line depreciation, he had only recorded $500,000. The way we got to that $500,000 is taking $3.9 million divided by 39-year straight line building life. That's $100,000 a year times 5 years. That's the $500,000. Now, the difference in depreciation, the $670,000, is the amount of your deduction. But for depreciation expense, you have to record the expense and multiply that by your tax rate. And if he's at a 21% tax rate, the actual value of that deduction is $140,000. Now, who wouldn't want to reduce their taxable income and therefore their taxes by this amount? I think everyone would welcome that. If you've never heard of cost segregation, you may be skeptical and think that this is one of those gray areas that your CPA has warned you against. Actually, nothing could be further from the truth. To prove this point, here are a few quotes from a couple of organizations that know a thing or two about accounting practices. Here's the first one. A taxpayer can substantially increase cash flow by segregating property costs. That comes from the American Society of CPAs. The second one is a little bit longer. It's 2 paragraphs, but pay attention to the highlighted section of paragraph 2. And it reads, the cost segregation technique is no more aggressive than using any permissible depreciation method under the Internal Revenue Code. And this is from the Journal of Accountancy. I think you'll agree both of these are pretty believable sources when it comes to approved accounting practices. Now, I hope you learned the importance of cost segregation and how it can save your business thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel so you can learn the other ways I can find money in your business. And please forward this video to any other commercial property owners who may not know about cost segregation. If you'd like to contact me to learn more, you can email me at tom@tombrodie.biz, or you can visit my website at thefoundmoneyguy.com, and from there you can set up an appointment so we can start finding money in your business today.